God bless you, everybody. I'm out here with my baby girl. As you all know, I homeschool. I'm starting to see more and more that as a mother of an autistic 8-year-old daughter, who has, I have a 19-year-old daughter and I have a 6-year-old daughter. And this is her playtime away from her sister. It can be very, very stressful on, the whole entire family. Having an autistic daughter who's pretty aggressive and kind of even though I've worked on teaching her, sharing and taking turns, it really gets to her. And I've noticed that it was real getting to my baby girl. Because a lot of times she's becoming a big sister, and she needs to be the little sister. She needs to be who she is. So I have to do a lot of separation, a lot of just taking one person, separating them, sometimes even sleep time in order to get sleep. How you feel now?
Great.
Now, let me ask you. I don't want to interrupt your playtime because it's very important. Do you love your sister? Do you love Kathy?
Yeah.
Your sister who's autistic? But do you get tired sometimes? Can I see your face a little bit? Do you get tired sometimes?
Yeah.
What upsets you about your sister that's autistic?
When she says stuff about the Teen Titans.
Okay. Does she say things sometimes that's not so nice? Yeah. She doesn't mean it though, right? She really loves you, but sometimes she can't really help it. Sometimes she has to be reminded. Do you feel like you think you can remind your sister to be nice? And act like Jesus? Give me a high five. Yeah, so. Actually getting her away, I can see how free she feels and how happy she feels. I saw her feeling and acting like very, very stressed and depressed. And I noticed I had to take my other daughter to a doctor's appointment, to a session. And even though the youngest didn't actually get out that day with me by herself, she still was happy because, she actually got time to herself. And my oldest daughter babysat her, did her schoolwork with her at home. And it was interesting because my daughter told me, she said, I told Teresa, let's spend some time together. And she said, now this is my 6-year-old, this one right here, that's playing right now, so happy and carefree. She actually said, no thanks, I just need time to myself. I've never heard a 6-year-old say that. And coming from me, that's a lot, because I say over 20 years now I've been in early childhood. I've taught, I've parroted, I have done it all from 2-3-year-olds. And it's just remarkable. This kid is, I really appreciate her because she does a lot of big sister nurturing to Kathy, who is my autistic daughter. She does a lot of that. She, a lot of times she gives up her toys for her. And, Kathy, sometimes she feels like a big sister, but Teresa has to be like really sick. It's like, I hate to say it, but she really, my autistic daughter is very morbid. She's morbid. Like she likes to see the baby girl either really in deep trouble or really sick. Thank you, Key. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Pray for me, because Lord, being an Asby mother, I feel torn. It's like I'm torn this side and I'm torn on this side, and it's like very difficult, to find that middle ground, because I also have a 19-year-old who she is a caretaker, and she really, really goes in, hard, and she really, really, thank you. She really, really works with, her sisters, and she works with both of them. And, I try to give her the tools that she needs. Having fun?
Yeah.
I love seeing her like that. I just love seeing her like that. I mean, when she's separated from her sister for a little while, she actually comes alive in a way that, I just don't see her when they're playing together all the time. Now, after, her day of, she'll be doing activities away from her sister today. I try to change it up. That's what I've always wanted to do in a classroom. I've always wanted to do that in the classroom. I've always hated keeping kids locked in four walls. I've always hated that. But you have to follow a curriculum, and don't even start talking about the Abbott program. It's like babysitting. They're not able to, everything is child directed, and basically for the most part. You give them choices, too many choices. Sometimes they should have choices, sometimes not. More not. More times than, you have to make them feel like they have choices. But when it's really you telling them that you either can do this or that, it's really not much of a choice. You have to do what you're supposed to do, or you do nothing and you don't get to play or whatever. But, finding that middle ground and keeping everybody happy and stress-free is my job. So, now I'm actually looking, because I'm going to need a support system more so than what I have allowed in, because I find myself being pretty strained, so, but it's my job to make sure that my daughter is not carrying the weight. I have to deal with whatever support system I get later. Not later. I do have to take care of me, because I actually take care of everybody else. But what I'm saying is that it's my responsibility to make sure that she feels free and uninhibited. Because, my daughter, she bullies her a lot. My Asperger daughter. She can bully. And I don't mean because I don't allow hitting. Sometimes she does push. Every now and then, when she thinks she can get away with it, she'll do it. But the thing is, the bullying is in different ways, like trying to get her to succumb to an idea all the time. And her ideas are always systematic. And that's my daughter texting. Just excuse me 1 second. My daughter's in college. I have... All right. Yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, so basically, not allowing her to have her own thoughts, and she just needs a moment to just breathe. And Kathy, I don't know, anyone who knows what, you have different levels and spectrums. My daughter has 18 levels of Asperger syndrome, so it's pretty high on the spectrum. It's double the amount that would be diagnosed originally. So, my daughter has she does the stimming, obviously, and she does the echolalia, the tantrums, the obsessive. One obsessive compulsive disorder goes from one to the other. And it just, if you need my help, put it back over your face. And if it changes, it just may, just go into something else. It went from her having to wipe off the bottoms of her shoes if any dirt got on it at all, or speck, and she would cry. And I would tell her, it's okay, it's okay. No matter how much I told her it's okay, it didn't matter. And it was strange because she could walk on the floor with her bare feet, but she didn't want to get anything on the bottoms of her sneakers. So it was like strange stuff. And she kind of pushes that off onto the baby sister. Things like, we're Christians and we believe, what the Bible says. And I tell you a funny story. My daughter who's 19, she would tell, they all, kind of fall in together because Kathy kind of drives us home. Kim, you can't dress sexy. You can't wear high heel shoes. They call her wearing high heel shoes sexy. And so Kim's 19. She's actually grown. She can actually wear, high heel shoes if she wants to. They said, but no, she's being sexy with high heels. She needs to wear flats. Mommy, only you can wear high heel shoes, and you can be sexy. And and they just like go overboard with like everything. Not they, Kathy. And so when Kathy pushes Teresa to do it, Teresa will do it just so that they can be friends, so that they can be. And I just find that very unhealthy, and I didn't want that type of life for her. So I'm actually, I can't put her friends on here because I have to get their parents' permission, and I'm not sure if they actually want that. But I know that, Teresa needs her own set of friends, her own age, that are what they call neurotypical. I don't know if any of us are neurotypical, but what they say is pretty normal. That's in the autistic world what is considered normal. I have to follow my little one because usually when Kathy's here with her, Kathy does watch out for her and protect her and run with her and everything. And I need to exercise anyway, so. Are we ready? We gotta go get your sister now. You ready? Kind of cold, right? You want to get on this? Want to swing one time? Is that mud? Whoa! Let's see. Let me step down in it first. Okay, not too bad. Come on, let's get on the swing one time. Hold on to the swing. You know how to get in there.
This is so short. How do I even swing?
Don't touch the ground no more because it's wet. Go ahead. Just swing. Just swing. I'll push you. I'll push you. I'll push you. I'll push you. Why are you getting up? I told you don't get. Just put your feet out. I'll push you because I don't want you to touch the ground because it's too wet. Sure. So listen, this is. Oh, I can't see your face. This has been. Hi, this has been Poetic Prophetess Kimberly Wright. Thank you for joining me today. Please stay tuned for more videos, based on my family and my work, my poetry. I think all this is poetry. I think poetry is life, everything that you have to deal with. And I smile. I smile with the stress of my family and the press. And I love it. I wouldn't take anything above it. This is me. This is my life. God gave this to me, and I'm going to do the best that I can with it and make my children or give them the opportunities to be the best that they can. I don't put brands on my children. The only reason why I do use autistic so people will understand what the characteristic traits are. But I tell you one thing, every child I've come in contact with and I've worked with that had ADHD or has some type of learning disability, they're better after dealing with me. And my child has all access to me, so she's going to be better too. Because I always pray for children. I've always loved children. I always worked with the heart to deal with children because I was I was one of them. It's funny, my Kathy, she's like 3 times me, maybe 4. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Okay, be peace, be blessed, be peace, be good.